Looking to make a restaurant quality Italian dish at home? Then you've got to try my Penne Alla Vodka recipe. Creamy, delicious, lots of tomato flavor, and it goes with everything. Hey, you're watching Preppy Kitchen, where I, John Cannell, teach you how to make delicious home-cooked dishes to share with your family and friends. This Penne Alla Vodka will be ready before you know it, so let's get started. First off, we have a little prep to do. 1.5 cups of diced onion. That's about like 2 smallish medium onions. However, you could add way more if you'd like. Really quickly, I just want to show you how I chop onions. Use your knuckles as a guide. When the knife is closer to your hand, you actually have a lot more awareness and control, so don't make big movements. The knife is moving very little, but your knuckles are guiding it away from your precious fingertips, which you need for so many things. And then you can just give it a rough chop after it's sliced. Tragic if I cut myself after showing you this. Oh my gosh, the fumes. My eyes. Okay, better. Last bit of prep, we have to mince some garlic up. My recipe calls for 4 cloves. However, 4 to 6, 4 to 8, 1 head of garlic. It's really totally up to you. I would never judge using more garlic than the recipe calls for. And I say this all the time, but whenever I see a recipe calling for garlic, I know that people at home are going to be doubling or tripling the amount of garlic. You can let me know in the comments if you follow the recipe exactly. It's always nice to give your garlic a little smash or press. It helps release the oils and it gets the skin right off. All right, that's all done. Dry your eyes, and now get that Dutch oven or large pot out. Into a Dutch oven or large pot over medium heat, we're gonna add about 1/4 cup or 60 ml of olive oil. You'll know the olive oil is about ready for your onion when you see it just starting to shimmer on the surface. It's not ready. Once your oil's heated up and you see a little bit of a shimmer on the surface, you're ready to add the onion. So just dump it all in, but not the garlic, that burns easily. Move it around so it's all coated with oil. We're gonna cook this down for about 5 minutes while stirring occasionally, but right now we have to add in 1/2 teaspoon of salt, a good pinch of red pepper flakes. When I saw this at the store, I basically died and I had to buy it. Brass, check. Greek keys on it, and it's from Greece. Check, I'm Greek too. So anyways, we're adding in 1/2 teaspoon or so of black pepper. Stir, stir, stir. We just want to make sure that the onions are all nice and softened, but not burning. So just keep an eye on it and move it around. It's so funny because I actually don't at all like Penne Alla Vodka out of a bottle or a can. But when you make it at home, it is completely different. It's transcendently delicious. Oh my gosh, you gotta make this recipe. My onion's all softened, and right now we're gonna add in that garlic. We're gonna stir this around occasionally, make sure it doesn't burn, and just wait till it softens a bit, probably around 2 minutes. After the garlic's cooked for a little bit, it's time to add in the signature flavor besides tomato, vodka. And it's not just like a little drop, it's a full cup or 240 mLs. I mean, it's a lot, but this is Penne Alla Vodka. Pour it in, and you wanna cook the alcohol off, as well as using this to deglaze the pan. So you're releasing those little brown bits, kind of stir it around. It's capturing all the flavor of the caramelized garlic and onion in the Dutch oven. If you're wondering, what's the deal with all the vodka in this sauce? It's not for the alcohol, that all burns off. However, the vodka has a sharp acidity that really pairs well with the tomatoes, and it gives you a nice depth of flavor in the sauce as well. By the by, just use a vodka that you would actually drink, kind of the same rule as you would have for using wine in a sauce. It smells delicious. As it's cooking down, I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. There you go. Plop it in and stir it around. You want to get it to dissolve a bit. Once the tomato paste is cooked down a little bit, it's time to add in 1 full 28-ounce can of whole tomatoes or crushed tomatoes. Here's the deal. You can add the crushed tomatoes in, stir it up, but if you add in the whole tomatoes, and I'm gonna use my clean hands, so don't worry, we're gonna break these up like this, just by squeezing them. It's a little gory, but it works. And it gives you a lot of really great texture. So if you like some texture in your sauce, use the whole tomatoes. If you don't, just use crushed tomatoes, and it'll come out delicious as well. I really enjoy using the whole tomatoes in this recipe, but my husband Brian is a crushed tomato fan. He's like, what are these pieces? I'm like, these are tomatoes. He's like, Ooh, well, be careful though. They're juicy. Wash that hand. After all the tomatoes are added in, reduce to low, and we're gonna simmer this down for a while. And while it's simmering, let's add a little bit more salt to taste, around 1 teaspoon. Okay, stir that in. We're gonna let this simmer down for about 25 minutes, half an hour. You wanna give all the garlic and the onion and the red pepper time to seep into the tomato and really flavor the sauce. It definitely changes things, so you can't skimp on the simmer time. While this is simmering though, let's add some salt to boiling water and make our pasta. Once your pasta is ready, don't drain it. Reserve a cup or 240 ml of the pasta water. It's really good for loosening the sauce later if needed. Okay, drain the pasta, put it back in the pot, and now let's finish off our sauce. Take a look at this. You can see it's really silky. It's cooked down and the flavors have melded quite nicely. Let's take this off heat. We're gonna stir in 1/2 cup or 120 ml of heavy cream. In you go. It adds a lot of like luxurious richness, and it's just gonna make you have a beautiful silky mouthfeel to accompany this pasta sauce. Our final addition is about 1/2 cup of nice Parmesan cheese. This is shaved. You could freshly grate yours if you'd like, but it will melt either way. We're just gonna stir it together and it'll all melt and be delicious. Look at this sauce. This is my penne is cooked al dente, meaning it has a little toothiness to it and it's not completely soft. As we add it into our sauce, it'll absorb some of the flavor and continue cooking a bit. Stir the pasta in, and if you feel the sauce is a little bit on the thick side, go ahead and drizzle in some of the reserved pasta water. This has starch the pasta threw off, so it's gonna give you a nice kind of like silky binding agent situation as opposed to just dumping water in. There we go. This is ready for dinner tonight, but first let's have a bite together. I'm gonna plate some up. I garnished my dish with a little bit more Parmesan, a sprinkling of fresh basil leaves, and now we're ready for a bite. If you like this recipe, check out my savory playlist, all of my savory recipes in one playlist for you. But now, it's time for a bite. Maybe a couple bites. That is so good. If you've only had Penne Alla Vodka out of a jar, you gotta make this, your mind will be blown. All right, I hope you get a chance to make this recipe, and if you like my videos, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next savory video.